Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Len Cariou and Craig Bierko are returning to the New York stage in George Eastman's new play called Harry Townsend's Last Stand. Under the direction of Karen Carpenter, it begins performances on November 18th at City Center Stage 2. We drop by the rehearsal room to bring you a sneak peek and to meet the company.
It would be important for an audience to listen to it because I think it's going to hit them kind of close. Because I think everybody's going through this in some form or another right now, and at this age in their life, and so I just thought it was a great look at what might be going on in Harry's mind. And how difficult it can be to have had such a vital life, and now things are starting to shift away from him. And I think our audience is going to say, yeah, well, my folks are doing that. It's happening right now.
What's it like sharing the stage with Craig Bierko? It's just the two of you up there doing what you do best.
Well, it's great. He's a wonderful actor, and I think we're finding our way as we're learning the play and listening to one another. We're finding a bond that's actually happening, because obviously we're not father and son, but it's getting to be that way in this room. And I think by the time we get it up on its feet and we know all the words, it'll ring absolutely true. So we're looking forward to it immensely.
So Dennis sent it to me. Dennis was with me when I did Handle with Karen, worked with Carol.
Dennis Grimaldi, your producer.
So Dennis sent me the play about 9 months ago and said, would you take a look at it? Because I only do new work pretty much now. So I read the play, and first of all, I was taken with the fact that it was told with humor. But I was living this play with my mother. My mother is now 89, and I had just been through this with her. We had to take her car away. And we are right now facing moving her out of her home. So I was just struck by how personal it was to me. And even though it's about a dysfunctional father-son relationship, I could relate because my mom and I were sort of like that when I was a teenager. I remember a time of I couldn't satisfy her. And I just respected the play so much because it was vital. It seemed so true. And indeed it is.
I can't think of any plays that I've done in recent histories. I mean, certainly ones that I've enjoyed, or movies, or whatever, where it's been such an immediate release, a cathartic release for something that's actually happening in the moment. I mean, I think Karen and I, the director, Karen Carpenter, are both going through versions of this with our parents. It's certainly, the stakes are different, and not everybody's as irascible or clever or crabby as Harry is. It is dramatized, but it's also very honest, I find. I mean, it's very odd to recognize moments from the play and vice versa. They're painful little epiphanies, but healing in a way too. I think anybody who's gone through this, or like I say, is lucky enough to know that they're going to go through it. It's not that this is instructive, but it's almost like talking to a friend who's going through it and reassuring you that you're not going nuts, that this is natural. And it's never easy for anybody. It's not easy to watch. And in watching it, also accepting that's where I'm going. You get a front row seat for mortality.
I came about it very simply. I had it in my family. I had a father and a father-in-law who both let me realize that decline is tough. My father surrendered. My father-in-law didn't. My father-in-law gave us conflict. I said, good, play these conflict. My father provided no conflict. He just said, okay, where's my walker? Here's my car keys. I'm done. So I wrote the play based on the guy who gave me trouble. And that was certainly my father-in-law. You have no right to tell me I can't drive. I've been driving for 70 years. That was my father-in-law. So that's Harry Townsend.